In this video, I'm going to show you how to delete an unpaid federal tax lien from your credit report. Now, there are 3 steps in this process, and this is step 2. Now, for step 2, you're going to need 2 documents. Now, the first document that you're going to need is a copy of your notice of federal tax lien. I showed you how to obtain a copy of your notice of federal tax lien in step 1. So if you have not watched the video for step 1, please do so before moving forward. Now, the second document that you're going to need is Form 433-D, the installment agreement. You can download this form directly from the IRS website, and I will show you how to do that in a few moments. Now, for step 2, what you must do is set up a payment plan with the IRS. To set up a payment plan, contact the IRS at the phone number that you see here. Now, when you contact the IRS to set up a payment plan, they're going to inform you what your minimum monthly payment will be. Now, you also should ask the IRS agent what is your total balance, including the interest and penalties. I informed you that you should do this in step 1, but if you didn't, do so at the time that you speak with the agent, because you're going to need this information to complete Form 433-D. Now, after you set up the payment plan with the IRS, you're going to go to the IRS website and download and complete Form 433-D Installment Agreement. Now, the reason why you need to complete this form is because it authorizes the IRS to debit the monthly payment directly from your bank account. Now, to download Form 433-D from the IRS website, simply type in irs.gov, press enter on your keyboard. Now, in the search field here, you're going to type in 433D and then press enter on your keyboard. Now, the first link here says Form 433-D Installment Agreement. Click that link and your web browser will begin to download the form. Now, we have downloaded the form and I'm going to show you how to complete the form. This area here is pretty much self-explanatory. It asks you for your name, address, social security number, and telephone number. In this area, it asks you for your place of employment and the name of your bank. So go ahead and enter that information. After you have filled in the basic information, I want you to turn your attention to this section here. This section asks you for the kinds of tax form numbers, the tax period, and the amount owed as of date, in addition to the total amount that you owe. Now, if you recall, I informed you in step 1 that you should get a copy of your notice of federal tax lien, because the information that we need is on that notice of federal tax lien. Okay, now the first piece of information that we need from the notice of federal tax lien is the kinds of taxes form numbers. So going to our notice of federal tax lien, here is the kind of tax column, and in that column you have your tax forms. In this example, Form 1040 is the form that was filled out during those tax periods, so that is the number that I'm going to enter into that field. If you have more than one kind of tax form in this column, be sure to type in all of the tax forms from those tax periods. Now we need the tax periods. And again, this information is on the Notice of Federal Tax Lien. So going back to the Notice of Federal Tax Lien, column B shows you the tax periods. You just need to put the year in the tax period field. So as you can see here in the tax period field, I have the years 1998, 99, and 2000. Now in step 1, I informed you that you should contact the IRS and ask them what is the total amount that you owe. You're going to enter that information in this field here. So type in the date that you spoke to the IRS agent and then type in the monetary amount that you owe to the IRS as of that date. Now, earlier in this video, I told you to contact the IRS and set up a payment plan. Now that you have the information from the payment plan, we're going to enter that information in this area here. Now, in this section, it says, we agree to pay the federal taxes shown above, plus penalties and interest provided by law as follows. So the first section asks you the amount of the first payment and on what date you're going to make that payment. So enter the amount that you're going to pay and the date of the first payment in the next field. Now the second section asks you for the amount of all of these subsequent payments and on what day of the month that you will be making those subsequent payments. So in this example, we will be making a $100 payment on the first of each month thereafter. So to summarize this section, We're going to make a $100 payment on August 1st, 2016. Then our monthly payments are going to be $100, and we're going to make that $100 payment on the first of every month thereafter. Now, after you have completed that section, initial this box here to show that you have reviewed all of the terms and conditions. Now focus your attention on the direct debit section. This is the area where you're going to enter your routing number from your bank and the account number from your bank. If you have a check from your bank nearby, enter in the routing number. Your routing number will always be 9 digits. If you do not have a check nearby, contact the bank to get the routing number information, or you can simply search for that information on the internet. After you get the routing number, enter your account number from that same bank. This is the bank account in which the IRS will debit every month according to your installment agreement. After you have entered your banking information, do not forget to sign and date the document towards the bottom. Now, after you have completed Form 433-D, contact the IRS at the number that you see here. Now, when you speak to an IRS agent, tell the agent that you have completed Form 433-D and you would like a fax number so that you can fax over the form to the IRS agent. The agent will wait on the phone with you until he or she receives the fax. Once they receive the fax, they're going to look at the document to see if there are any mistakes. If there are no mistakes, the agent is going to process the form for you. If there are mistakes, the IRS agent will inform you of the mistakes, and you can go ahead and make the corrections and then refax the form back to the IRS agent. Now, it can take up to 60 days before the IRS debits your bank account for that first payment. So be sure that the money is in the bank account before that's done. Next, you must make 3 consecutive payments before you can move on to step 3, which is filling out the tax lien withdrawal form. So after you have made 3 consecutive payments to the IRS, move on to step 3, and I'll see you in the next video.